Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit different here, but I wanted to talk about why I don't really sell items, and I want to talk about my rationale on why I don't sell items, and to go from there. Okay, so and sorry, I'm wasting paper here, but I just find it's easier for me to do it this way. So in general, when it comes to selling items, it usually takes a lot of time, and the way I look at it is you have to take a picture of the item, you have to come up with a description, you have to, pack it in a box, you got to ship it over, you got to, ship it over, you got to wait and see what the other person says. Sometimes it doesn't work out. So for this reason, I generally avoid selling items. And for me, I personally donate items. In general, it's fine for me just to donate items because it's less hassle, because I look at it just in general, it's a waste of my time. So let me explain to you the concepts of why I say this, and then I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I just figured someone asked me to include more. Think about it this way: how much is 1 hour of your time? It's gonna be different from each person. How much are you in general? Do you feel 1 hour is worth your time? And if you really rationalize it that way, then you start to realize this isn't worth my time. Because to do all that, let's say it's a t-shirt and it's $50 and you sell it for $30. Well, after all that, you get $20 for it. Was that worth your time? Right? So let me give you an example of kind of where this goes and go from there. So let's say hypothetically, you buy something for $150, but it's in a store that is 1 hour away. Okay. I'm just giving you a hypothetical, right? So this is you. It's 1 hour away. So you buy this item for 1 hour. Okay. I mean, you buy it. You come back home. And let's say 5 days later. Okay. 5 days later, you see the same $150 for $100 online. You see it $100 online. Do you go back and do you return that item? And this is an important question for business, because this is this makes you understand what is the value of your time. How much is your time worth? So for me, I probably wouldn't return it. And I'll tell you why. It takes 1 hour to drive there, right? 1 hour to drive back. Then you've got to wait about 30 to 45 minutes. So probably another hour for it to process the return. Then you've got to go on here. You got to click on the website. Then you got to check back periodically, and it comes back in about 2 days or so. This is approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 hours of your time just to save $50. So you are making, this is essentially $10 of your time just to save $50. You know what I mean? So while that's so contradictory, you're like, well, but I'm going to save $50. But if you actually think about it, you driving over there 1 hour, you driving 1 hour back, let's just not even factoring gas, okay? Just time only, right? Not even factoring gas, right? But even with the gas, it's definitely not worth it. Then you go back and you go and wait in line to get it returned. You go there, you are fucking wasting time. You know what I mean? This is why in general, I always look at things in terms of is that worth my time? Okay, so let me go over one final reason why I personally do not sell items. And what I do, and you'll start to notice this even and I joke around it in this channel. Whenever I buy anything, within the 30-day time frame of when I have that item, I'm fucking testing everything about it. And if for some reason, right, this is how I evaluate things, right? This is happy, this is okay, and this is sad, this is angry, right? If it's okay, I don't keep it. I return it. If it's obviously bad or whatever, I don't keep it. If it's great, I'll keep it. But if it's okay, I don't keep it. So I don't keep okay items. And I am extremely ruthless in the return phase. And what I find is that when you do that, when you only keep things that make you happy, you never have to sell items because you always have good shit. Now, there are times, obviously, where you get tricked after 30 days. You're like, oh, fuck, I didn't catch that. But for the most part, I would say on almost everything, if you have a rule of if it's okay, don't keep it. Okay, don't keep okay items. Return that shit. It's got to be fucking good. You know what I mean? That's why we say, is this going back to Whole Foods? Is it going back to Whole Foods? Because but I don't keep things that are just okay. I keep things that are good. And if you do that, you never have to sell an item again for the most part. So, that's all I got to say. Okay, bye.